Hello and welcome back to the Old Realms. As you saw from the very beginning there, hopefully you actually saw that. I don't even know whether you saw that, to be honest, because I was so shocked that I didn't even begin speaking because I was like, what? That was crazy. What happened there? That was insane. The amount of damage that was done by one of our necromancers instantaneously was just bonkers. But whatever the case, we are now involved in a siege, and this is obviously the siege that we were going to go into at the end of the previous episode, and I thought, hey, you know what, let's save this for the next one, because I don't actually know whether we're going to even be successful here, because this is definitely going to be one of those times where I basically just kind of chill at the back of the bus, as it were, and I kind of just let my people do their thing. I am just going to kind of relax here. I'm getting shot. What am I being shot by? That guy up there? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, well, whatever the case, it's fine. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something. So, someone recommended that we actually fight the Dark Elf SLAVER camp. And I am very intrigued about this because apparently it is extremely cool. And I am very excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a siege or two. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do the next siege after this. But I kind of want to try it nevertheless, just in case, you know. Kind of want to see whether we can actually make that happen. And if we can, then great. If we can't, then that's absolutely fine. Then we can just move on to the SLAVER camp ahead of schedule. But the SLAVER camp itself apparently has an extremely cool battlefield. And thank you, by the way, for letting me know about this particular thing, because I had no idea. I didn't even know where it was, but I have found it. I know where it is, so hopefully we'll be able to check it out in just a moment. So once we've done this, that's what we'll do. But first, I must also mention that a number of other factions have decided to declare war against us, and that's obviously hilarious because, let's face it, it feels to me like our faction's doing a pretty decent job right now. I feel like we're actually not doing too badly, and we seem to be succeeding in pretty much every single endeavor that we put our minds to, pretty much. And I don't really know what's going on with that, because I'm obviously not really, I mean, I am doing quite a lot, but generally, if the AI sucks, right? You know this. If the AI sucks, then basically the faction will suck. It doesn't really matter how I do things. If the AI is really, really bad, then things are just going to go from bad to worse. That's usually how things go when it comes to managing a faction. You know, if they are, you know, not really taking care of things as well as they could, or if they're being a little bit weird with their decision making, and they make some really poor decisions again and again, well, that can indeed result in some pretty devastating losses. And, well, as you can see right here, I was able to very easily take this with minimal casualties, and then we could potentially go on to this one. Oh, hello. There seems to be a bit of an army that is making their way over to try and capture this thing, which, I don't really want that to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way in there. Hello there, sir. You have a very nice haircut, sir. Let's do this. All right. I'm actually very much enjoying playing this character in field battles. Not so much in sieges, I gotta say. Not so much in sieges, mostly because there isn't really much for me to do. I mean, you know, in the grand scheme of things, there isn't really much at all for us to do, because we basically just, we just stand there using our ability, and that's pretty much all we need to do. You know, that's the funny thing. That is all we need to do. We don't really need to do much more, but... Oh, now that is some cool stuff right there. Did you see that? That was amazing. Yes, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That is a really, really satisfying charge. Wow, that was some amazing damage. Oh, yeah, now that's what I'm talking about right here. That is absolutely what I'm talking about. Whew, that is wonderful. I love it. Okay, so basically, someone actually mentioned, I'm not sure where this was. I think it was on part 1. But someone actually mentioned I should charge from 3 or more yards away. Okay, 3 or more yards. I think it was, I think your specific comment was something like you know, try not to charge at 3 yards distance, right? Because 3 yards obviously is very different from 3.5 or maybe even 4.1 yards. But here's the thing, it's actually kind of a bit strange because for me personally, I have found great success charging from a distance of 4.1. And I know that that sounds kind of weird, but generally, if you can take out your tape measure on the battlefield and you can measure exactly, you know, 4.1, you're going to see just how much more effective that is. And you know, really, just trust me. It's absolutely insane. I mean, look at that guy. He did some great work right there from, you know, less than 3 yards. Pretty nice. Anyway, there we go. That is indeed a victory for us right there. And we are good, aren't we? We are absolutely fantastic. So, otherwise, there you go. 56 renown, very nice. 83 influence. Obviously, we don't really need the cash. I don't really care too much about money at this point. We are absolutely swimming in money. But I am able to continue taking these people prisoner. And we are also going to have the ability to convert them. It's just... it is so expensive to convert these guys. It is extremely expensive. It's just, oh, it's ludicrous, absolutely ridiculous the amount that we have to deal with here. But I mean, what else can I do, right? What else can I do except just, you know, just spend it, you know? I mean, literally, look at what I have in my army right now. This is literally my army. These are the only things I have in my army. I just have Doomed Questing Knights and Knights of the Black Grail, and that is all I have. And these guys obviously are 6 upkeep per 1. So it may very well be the case that you don't want to level up anymore. Because if you level up more of them, they are going to bankrupt you of dark energy very, very quickly. So it may in fact be better that I just leave them. You know? Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I don't want to spend any additional dark energy on them, because otherwise we're going to have situations like this where I'm going to inevitably have a problem where I run out of dark energy because my upkeep is so dramatically high. But that's the thing, I don't know. I guess so. Anyway, mounts will not rear during the ability. This is the one thing that I want to get. I also want to get the party size increased by 50. This is going to be extremely powerful for us. Even though this is also really, really good, this is not going to be something that I'm going to take right now, because even though the 40 hit points is great, I personally would prefer to get the other thing faster. And that's what we're going to do, pretty much. I mean, the 40 HP would probably be somewhat useful, but I'm not really dying too much, am I? I mean, if I do get killed, I'm mostly dying just because I get hit and die in one shot, you know? So there isn't really much for me to say about that. Let's just get another point in polearms here, because I am indeed actually having a pretty fun time using my couch lance. And here we go. This is going to be a pretty big siege. And I'm actually wondering, should I wait for the food? Should I wait for the food to run out here? I could potentially do that if I wanted to. I mean, there's only 2 days left, and well, they don't really have much to speak of. And once they're gone, you know, once the garrison is gone, they're not really going to have much at all. Now, bear in mind that did I already mention that, by the way? 2 additional factions declared war on us. Did I actually mention that? Okay, well, I've mentioned it now, but yeah, anyway, 2 additional factions declared war on us. So I don't even know where they are, by the way. I didn't even look at the map because I was very much firmly focused on what we have going on here. I am just making sure that this is the main deal for us right now. And that is all I want to do. But we need to take a look at the world map after this and see just who it is that who's decided to declare war on us. Alright, I cannot wait, okay? I cannot wait any further. We're gonna go in straight away here, and we're gonna see what we can do in this siege. I'm very much hoping that we'll get to see an incredible bombardment. There it is, there's the bombardment of our wonderful vampires and necromancers, and, well, hopefully we're gonna be seeing some more of that. A little bit more, please. Just a little bit more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And obviously we're going to be using our ability here too. Whoa, yeah. So much damage being done just purely from spells. Just purely from spells. It's actually crazy. I love it. And I will try to get up here this time, because I think that now most enemies have kind of been cleared from the battlements. I think so, at least. Quite a few people have been cleared from the battlements. So that might give me the opportunity to fight a little bit. And I really do enjoy the fighting aspect of Mount and Blade. I think it is very, very fun to do when you're not getting absolutely mobbed by thousands of enemies around you, of course, but you know, sometimes you can't really do much about that. Okay, yeah, my sword is a little bit too long. It's kind of difficult when you have a long weapon in your hands, you know. You do have to know how to handle it, you know. I mean, they do say that it's how you handle it rather than how large it is, but generally, you know, when you're blessed in both departments, you don't really have to worry too much, right? You don't really have to worry. And that's exactly what's up with me right here. You know, we're fine. We are okay. I kind of know how to handle it, and it is pretty long, so we should be okay here. And indeed, you take a look at the combat strength, and boom, we're done. You know, that's it. That is it. Game over for the opponent. And yeah, that was simple, right? That was simple. Just because they only had 2 to 3 days worth of food remaining, that was the reason why we were able to take this so incredibly easily. And it didn't really have anything to do with the fact that I'm super strong or anything like that. I didn't have to really do much at all. It was more the case that my ability to just wait for a little bit of time just made everything so much easier for us. Obviously, this now means that this particular faction might be eliminated from the game. It just very much depends on if they have a castle nearby or something like that. I'm pretty sure they won't. So let's see what happens. I'm going to obviously just do this at 1600. We're going to be gaining a huge amount more dark energy as well. And as you can see, look at that. It barely moved. We just got 1900 again. And we are doing wonderfully. Yes, absolutely wonderfully right here. And there you go. Yes, indeed. There it is. The Dukedom of Lyonesse, or Lyonesse, is now gone. And we can now move on. Oh yes, we can now move on. Let's go into the marketplace though first, because I do want to sell a couple of things, although to be fair, I actually don't think that this particularly makes any difference. I mean, you can see that very clearly. There's no real point. They just don't have enough cash. It's even funnier, because even if I were to go into the book merchant, they only sell for 16,000. You know, the books, you could buy them for 16,000 and they basically don't really do much. So it's quite funny. But yeah, anyway, let's take a look at who we're at war against. Okay, so we're at war against these guys. Yeah, okay. So now this is a bit of a problem, because obviously, as I said to you previously, because of the crashes and my suspicion about what is causing the crash, or crashes, because I still don't really know what was causing it, but my suspicion is that it's caused by that one guy. I think he probably has something equipped or something like that that is causing some form of conflict in my installation. It's not necessarily going to happen for everyone, but I'm assuming that in my installation, maybe that's what's causing the problem. So that's the reason why I was wanting to kind of stay a little bit further away from their position. You see what I mean? I wanted to kind of try to be a bit further away from that faction so that I didn't necessarily want to get into a battle with them, because then we could just totally avoid any problems. You know what I mean? So that's the main reason why I did that. But anyway, here is the Slaver camp, like I said, and we are going to be taking it out. Let's see, projectile deflection. Yeah, never going to use that ever in a million years. I never do, ever. I think it's a bit too difficult to use, potentially. But yeah, otherwise, let's do this. Attempt to drive the slavers away. Okay, this is going to be really, really fun. I haven't done this before. I saved, thankfully, so even if it does crash, we don't have to worry about it. So let's see what kind of battlefield we're facing. Oh ho, look at what we got here. Look at this insane battlefield right now. This is crazy good. All right. Okay, this is amazing. This is amazing. Look at this. Look at this charge right here. Look at this charge. We can do some crazy cool stuff. Okay. Yo, should I just charge straight in? Should I just charge straight in right here? I actually feel like maybe I should, but do they have polearms? Oh, okay, that was kind of unfortunate. Kind of unfortunate. No, 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 don't kill me, sir. Don't kill... Oh, dear. Well, this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? If I get shot by these crossbowmen anymore, I'm probably going to end up dying really, really easily. Ah, there we go. They're my spellcasters coming in. Don't kill me, please. That would be hilarious. But yeah, as you can see, they're literally just all getting massacred by our spellcasters as well. And I gotta say, absolutely beautiful battlefield. This is a perfect battlefield for us. And I really, really wish we had gotten a slightly better charge there, but oh well, never mind. We did end up killing a couple of people, did we? I think we killed a couple of people. I actually don't know, but whatever the case, as you see here, super destroyed the opponent in almost every single way here. And we're done. There you go. That's it. Look at that. 47 renown, actually pretty good. A surprising amount of renown, and look at that, you are victorious. Claim your reward. And you can take any of these things, as you can see right here, which is actually really, really nice. I love the fact that the developers, the mod creators, have added things like this for doing extracurricular events. So, for example, clearing out a slaver camp, clearing out a Beastman Herdstone, a Chaos Portal, all those kinds of things. I think the Herdstone does the same thing, because I know for sure that the Chaos Portal does, and this definitely does, as you can see. So I'm actually wondering what I should take. Not the bow. I guess the guard armor or something like that. I don't really know, to be honest, what's going to be the best for us. But oh well, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's leave. And there we have it. We can take some more of these things. These are insane. Whoa. You see how expensive this stuff is. Look at how expensive this is to sell. Is this real? Is this even real? This is insane. What? Most of that stuff is just crazy in regards to its pricing. Like I don't even know. But yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm not gonna level up any more people. And yeah, I mean, can I wait? Why are you attacking me? You are silly, sir. I have no idea why you would try to attack me right here, but okay. If you want to, then I will oblige you. And let's actually just go in here and okay, come back at a later time. Yeah, that is an extremely fun encounter. Thank you again for letting me know about it, because I didn't even see that, to be honest. I didn't even see that until someone told me in the comments. So very, very nice. I like it a great deal, because now we've got Dark Elves, Chaos, and Beastmen, extracurricular things that you can do and interact with. Very fun. Very, very fun. All right, so let's just continue to do that. Okay, we're basically just going to bankrupt them across the board here, and we're just going to move on. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, so we do have a number of other castles available here, and I guess we'll start expansion, right? I guess we'll start expansion over into this area, and there's only 277 here. This makes me really want to level up my my engineering more. I feel like I really need more engineering. I only have 106. I mean, I say I only have 106, but I personally feel like, yeah, never mind. I've already, you know, I'm not going to go into it again. I've already ranted and discussed and talked at length about the siege construction speed. And I've already talked about how I personally believe that engineering skill has an extremely limited impact on it if you are the only one that has engineering. Because obviously, if you think about it from a perspective of, you know, being in an army or having additional vassals join you to do the siege, then all of a sudden everything's super, super quick because they all have engineering and it stacks and, you know, it makes everything super fast and super nice and easy and swift and fluid and so on and so forth, right? But the thing is, I personally think that while I appreciate the stacking, right, I think that it being able to stack in the first place... Oh... Okay. Oh, I can't believe it. Alright, so I basically just had to do the Dark Elf Slaver camp again, and then we went into this siege, and as you can see, we were able to do it without crashing this time. Kind of weird. I'm actually not sure. Did I make it crash by falling off the little drawbridge type thing? I don't know. I don't know. As I say, there is no way for me to know about this, but it doesn't matter. We're fine. We're done. We have taken it, that's all that matters, and we're going to actually take a quick look and see, is there something bigger that we can take? Is there something bigger that is more impactful that we can take? Because as you can see, this fellow right here was able to take this castle. And I'm thinking, what can I do to impact the situation in a bigger way? I think we could probably take this, right? I think taking this one over here is probably going to be the way to go. I think this is actually a perfect solution because we're going to be able to eliminate a faction. So eliminating a faction is always the way to go most of the time, right? Because then they have less ability to coordinate themselves, and I think they're probably not going to be able to run around in armies coordination and so on and so on and so on. So let's actually just go in here. This guy, I think, has the fellow that makes me crash. I think he's in this particular... Isn't he in this particular faction? I actually don't know. But we're going to be saving anyway. And we're going to see. It's actually really funny. This the mod has not crashed this much in a long time. I have never experienced this many crashes. So I'm not entirely sure if it's because of this new career I'm playing or something like that. I actually don't know. But anyway, as I said, let's just charge straight on in. And we are going to, of course, be doing our wonderful little couch lance here. I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to get a whole bunch of kills. There we go. Look at that. That was insanity. Love it. And we are still technically couching. I am still technically couching right now, so if I had more enemies, I'd be able to go through every single one of them as long as the ability allows me to do that, you know, as long as the ability is still on. I think I should probably be able to continue attacking like that. That is fantastic. That is so good. I love it. I love it. Unfortunately, that guy parried me. Yes. AI things. And yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think I can basically just speed things up a little bit here. As you can see, we're literally only losing skeletons, and in general, skeletons, like, really, that does not matter. That does not matter in the least. Funnily enough, I'm gaining medicine skill. I actually wonder what I'm gaining medicine skill from. I guess from the variety of people that get themselves knocked unconscious or something like that. But this is definitely a highly specialized army. And definitely one of the most powerful that I've seen so far, just because it has, well, it has one big downside. Well, actually, wait a minute. Does it have a downside? Yeah, I guess it doesn't have any ranged troops, right? I mean, yeah, sure, you know, it has magical users for the most part, but in general, this is pretty strong. I mean, what can defeat this? That's the question. What can defeat this? Because if we were to pit this army up against, I don't know, the Wood Elves or something like that, what do you think is going to happen? You think the Wood Elves are going to win? I don't know. That's the question. I truly do not know. It may be that the only ones that can are maybe the vampires. Maybe the vampires are going to have a chance because they have a lot of magic as well. And they have a lot of skeletons too. But the funny thing about that is that this class has so many companions. I think that is the main strength actually of it, because it has so many companions, it can literally summon so many skeletons. And I'm talking about so many more skeletons than even the vampires can summon, because those guys, they're not going to have that many companions. They'll have, you know, a handful. They'll have like, what, 3 to 4 each or something like that, maybe if that. And that's going to mean, well, everything, you know, because we have 10 or 12 or I don't even know how many necromancers we have. And we also obviously have vampires as well. We have a number of different things that are extremely powerful what they do. And, well, you've seen the result of it. Let's go in. I'm actually wondering whether this is going to crash. Let's have a look. I'm very intrigued, okay? I'm very intrigued. And we're going to just stay a little bit cautious here. We're just going to stay a little bit back in general. As you can see, massive damage being done instantaneously. And we've already eliminated 100 and... Never mind. We've already eliminated 230... never mind. We've already eliminated 411 enemies in the first 20 seconds. And that is, I suppose, the entire point when it comes to the vampires. But if you think about the vampires and then you think about Britannia, you think about how these guys are... Are they as expensive as the vampire knights? I'm talking about the blood knights. Blood knights and the other more advanced units. Are they as expensive? Because I think that's the question. Because if they are more economical, then it's probably going to be better to be, you know, to play as this faction. You know, from a min-max perspective, if you care about that. I don't really, but, you know, it's nice to have those discussions. I think it's interesting at least. But anyway, let's see if we can actually eliminate these guys and hopefully clear them all out. Yeah, we're going to have some issues actually clearing these guys, but that is indeed, as I say, that is the weak spot. We personally just do not have any AoE, which is obviously a problem. I really wish the icons would not show through the floor. I'm not sure why that happens. That's really distracting. It's kind of weird as well because that never used to happen, but oh well, never mind. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I have barely any athletics as well. That's probably the reason why I feel pretty sluggish with this character too, because he's not really supposed to be on foot. He's supposed to be on his horse. That's where he's going to excel. But unfortunately for me, I just did not spec into any athletic skill, which I probably should have. You know, all things considered, I probably should have done that, but I'm not sure if that really matters, because in the grand scheme of things, I'm actually doing... Am I doing okay? I think so. Yeah, no, we're fine, we're fine. I mean, most of these are literally just peasants. I should not die versus peasants, right? I mean, come on now. That would be very embarrassing if I were. For some reason, my people are not moving. I don't know why they're not moving. They seem to be having some issues. Yeah, oh no, it's that issue. Oh yeah, it's that issue. You know that issue? Oh yeah. Okay, so basically, if you don't know this, the AI of Bannerlord always seems to have a bit of a problem once they get onto the battlements. They're kind of waiting for something. One side gets onto the battlements and then they're waiting for the other side to do something, or waiting for the gate to be opened in the center. And that's what they wait for. And otherwise, apart from that, they basically just don't do anything. They just stand there, as you can see. Look at them. They're literally just standing there doing nothing. And yeah, that is a thing that has been going on for quite some time. I'm not sure. I don't think it's necessarily a bug. I think it's just something that is maybe mistakenly implemented in some way or another. Not sure, because it seems super weird for them to just stand there. But they're definitely waiting for something, you know what I mean? They're definitely waiting for something to happen, because look at this. Look at what's happening right now. They're not doing anything. They're just standing there. Some of them are obviously moving, but most of them are not. Ah, there we go. Now they're finally moving. So whatever, you know, objective they had to complete and then give them the order to move forward has now been, you know, should we say fulfilled. And that allowed them to have the freedom to move from their positions. But before that, they were basically just going to stand there infinitely. And that has actually lost us many, many sieges in the past. Of course, I could press the charge order. You know, we could go for the charge order right there. However, I have done that in the past and it hasn't made any difference. So I'm not sure. Not really sure what to make of that. But thankfully, we didn't crash. Look at that. We didn't crash whatsoever. So it seems like whenever I save, the game is like, yes, I won't crash now. You know? It's like, oh yeah, I know you've saved, so I'm not gonna crash this time. You know, it seems to know. That's just me being paranoid. But anyway, there we go. We now have 2,500 dark energy, which is extremely nice. And as you can see, we have now destroyed the Dukedom of Bordelot. They have now been eliminated as well, which is exactly the reason why I wanted to capture this town. Now we no longer have to deal with them. And they have a pretty significant amount of never mind. I was going to say they have a pretty significant amount of cash here. But very quickly, they did not. As you can see. Yes. Very sad. But yeah, it's okay. We've got 1.6 million. We have 1.6 million gold, and it's still going up dramatically. I just wish that the marketplaces had more cash. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.